Mr. Naidoo, thank you so much for joining us. What is your reaction to this?
Well, it's obviously something that we've been expecting for some time, given the various statements that have emanated from the former Minister of Justice and other government officials regarding Mr. Nxasana, and the fact that there was some disquiet about his fitness to hold office. The President has now indicated that he will institute an inquiry on the basis that the President is of the opinion that Mr. Nxasana is no longer a fit and proper person to hold the office as the head of the National Prosecuting Authority.
Do you think at all that it's strange that he hasn't been suspended at this stage?
Well, I think, as Mr. Maharaj has said, those details will be made available in due course. But on the basis that, on the grounds that have been cited by the President, that he believes that Mr. Nxasana is no longer a fit and proper person to hold office, it would seem to follow that once further details are made available, that this will include the fact that Mr. Nxasana will be suspended, because it would be anomalous to say that you believe that he is no longer fit and proper to hold office, and yet you keep him in office. And I think for an inquiry to be conducted speedily and properly, he should be suspended from office for the duration of that inquiry.
At this stage, with all of this information emerging, where does this leave the NPA?
Well, the NPA has been in crisis for some time now, and this latest saga around Mr. Nxasana, as well as the allegations against various other senior officials within the NPA, needs to be dealt with, so that we can rid the NPA of the elements that have contributed to the demise of the NPA in the eyes of the South African public, a loss of confidence amongst ordinary people, as well as a loss of confidence and a loss of morale amongst the many thousands of prosecutors who try to do their work across the country on a daily basis.
Mr. Naidoo, let's speak a little about Mr. Nxasana. Will he be able to do his job effectively now, with all of this now emerging and all of this surrounding him?
Well, assuming that he will be suspended for the duration of the inquiry, he will not be able to execute his functions. Once the terms of reference for the inquiry and the very basis on which the President is of the opinion that he is no longer a fit and proper person to hold office is tabled before us, and that the inquiry that is established gets to grips with the terms of reference and conducts an inquiry into his fitness to hold office, we will then see the outcome of that process. And let us not forget that inquiry will make a recommendation to the President. If that recommendation is that Mr. Nxasana be removed from office, the President will then have to inform Parliament of his intention to do so. And it is only upon a resolution in the National Assembly that the President will be in a position to remove him from office. If, on the other hand, the inquiry comes to the conclusion that he is indeed fit and proper to continue in office, then he will continue to do so. Obviously, the details that emerge during the inquiry will obviously have an impact on his ability to carry out his functions in the future.
Thank you so much for that update. That was the Executive Secretary of the Council for the Advancement of the South African Constitution, Lawson Naidoo.
Know more. eNCA.com